Oh, they're plants. I thought they may have been like bottles of chemicals, but no. Possibility the one was being burned, but we've thoroughly examined that area. Run around everywhere, hope to find something useful. I'd like to find something useful. It'd make things so much easier. Ah! Stuck on gardening utensils. Gardening tools. There we go. Right. If I think about what areas, be nursery. That's a very good point. Maybe there is something in there. Because we've kind of skipped it. I'll have another look in the nursery. Yeah, let's have a look. Go and have a look in the nursery, shall we, Watson? Might be that that's where the bottle is that we're after. They're growing grass. I don't know. Big tree. Various plant pots. Is this a cupboard of chemicals, or is this just a... It's just a brown thing. It looks like a cupboard, but there's nothing in there. We promise. Are you chemicals? Nope. You're not important. They're bottles. Not of chemicals, though, apparently.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
Yes. Oh, how come I can't find what I'm after? How is this so frustrating? I was commenting at the beginning, oh, everything's so linear and obvious, isn't it? Now I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even come to a conclusion. Well, I probably could, but probably requires me to say, oh, they stole everything. And it's the syndicate killed him, which I don't think is the case. I don't think it's a theft and murder, it's just that's the only option I've got at the moment. I don't think the syndicate did it. Especially with the fact that I'm missing something incredibly obvious as well. This... How is this so hard? Why can't I find these chemical things? Maybe I should be going and talking to people, but there's nothing else to talk to people about. No, yeah, these I'm just going through things. Set up the alkaloid. Is this... Yeah, so they've given me the symbol, but they've not given me... I'm sure it's got something to do with the Divine Syndicate, as in the fertilizer and everything. And but I can't pick up any other drug. Sherlock Holmes is just like, drugs, yay! Like, Holmes, you're on a case. You shouldn't be... You shouldn't be like that. Right. Is there anything else in the temple area that maybe we're missing? Maybe, okay, let's talk to this fellow again if we can.
Follow my path, and better you will fear.
No. Nope. Oh, we haven't gone through this door, have we? Aha.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Aha! Right. Take everything. So we want the green. Okay, so they're locked together, so... Is there something else we can interact with? Like, yeah, okay, we need to... So what we need to do is pull that out so that we can then... Right, so we want... Okay, so what, we need that one to go in there. So then we go here. Okay, so actually we need to switch. Okay, right, we've got that there. We need to rotate everything just to see what we're doing. Right, let's follow this path down. So we go down there, along, squiggle, 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 up. Ah, I see. So we need to pull this out. That in? Oh, no. No, right. No, it needs to be a bit further down. There we go. I think. So now we reassert that to about there. No. Okay. Okay, I don't think this is lining up the way I think it is, so maybe... So... Which makes me think that should go there. Which then makes me think... Yeah, so I think there's a lot of problems with these that I'm not doing particularly well with. It's just... If I line it up like that... Then... No... Oh, they're stuck together still ever so slightly. That's frustrating. There we go. So they go like that. Like that. I think we're just moving the problem around, and we're not actually solving anything. Let's see if there's a better one to have. No, that doesn't line up properly. That one might do, though. Oh, there we are. There's a few where it's like, it works, but it doesn't. Ooh.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
I'm not surprised that Holmes knows how to do that.
A vast amount of opium.
Ah, so that's why the rich politicians are supportive of this place. Cynic as I am. Alkaloid!
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
Huzzah!
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Sorry, that took a while.
This cabinet is full of...
Same as the other ones in Kew Gardens, eh?
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
And yet, so whoever it is obviously not involved with here. Otherwise they would surely have done it here rather than at Kew Gardens, where they would arouse suspicion. Which means, obviously, that... Which, yes, I think points to the fact that they didn't get the poisonous 3. I'm guessing they just had multiples of them. So we should just make a note of that. They would want to, but in the end, they weren't able to. So now we do this experiment.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Okay.
This is a strange and unusual plant.
I'm guessing that's perpetually true, isn't it? Each one? Oh, you've just curled up on yourself.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Okay. That's that one.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Ooh.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Caterpillars then.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more.
So, take, swap. What if we do it this way? So this one in the middle, because it opens. Try and give it some caterpillars.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant...
So do you just mean pour a lot more of this on? Is that what he's suggesting? So it opens.
It appears to open...
Bit more?
No reaction.
Right, okay. Let's move it around to this side then. Does this do anything?
This plant seems to have had no... This plant...
Now if I do give it one. Whoa!
Toxic gas with spores.
There we go.
Extraordinary.
There we
The
go.
plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Yes, so we have an exclamation mark. Right. Do they go together? Yes. Sex scheme. The Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Garden in order to murder him. Sex does not involve. Someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine. I think someone else did it. Completely. No, I keep forgetting it's space. Space. We do have a load more things now. Deadly precision. It is a complex process to prepare the deadly plants. The plant combination had to be triggered close by the victim and triggered at the precise moment. White studies. White's lack of experience. The knowledge Miss White acquired at the university might not be enough to guarantee the correct reaction of the deadly plants. Or Miss White had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants. I think she would do. And White killed Dunn. Let's see. Well, I think that's probably our current working hypothesis. I think we should probably... Yeah. We might get some more information which eliminates some of those possibilities. Actually, can I give something else? Can I put those together? I can. Now, Albert is not very good at botany. It's doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Yes, he has... Because he had to retake the year at Cambridge, so I don't think he did it. But apparently Albert doesn't have anything to go with there. So... Oh, I should have checked that. It's alright. Any more information? Deadly precision. So for some reason I can't get Hamish, who would have the knowledge required. And she has the means, certainly. She has the motive. Would she have the opportunity is the question. Martin. What were you doing before Dunn's death?
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
And what were you doing that morning?
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
But he didn't go and get Miss White. Might be possible then that he did it, and he didn't inform Miss White. She would be in the seed room, she wouldn't be able to see what was going on, because she would know it would require fairly a deliberate botanical process, possibly. Camera. Albert. Yes. Did you see your father on the day of his death?
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa, something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes, he came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. And about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Did you notice anyone else's activity?
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.